preparation and being able to take that early timeout after round 2 on Vine, for example, figure out the theory of their opponent's comp, their best route forward, and have the resiliency to, even when they fail, continue to action on that plan and eke out these close wins against one of the toughest teams to beat in this game.
It's pretty rare to have two teams play 3 times against each other in a global event, so we wanted more insight into this rematch. We had Jen Lee catch up with Kiko earlier today.
Here with Kiko of NRG. Now, Kiko, after 2 games against PRX and you guys having won the last one, do you feel like you've fully figured them out?
I don't think it's always possible to figure out PRX. They kind of like do whatever they want to do, so we'll just have to adapt in game.
Adapting. All right. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Now, NRG, they are coming off the back of a pretty tough loss to Nongshim Red Force. They showed some resilience on Abyss, but in general, they just couldn't handle Nongshim. Was it pace of play? Was it macro related? Whatever it was, they did look a little flat.
Yeah, I think it was really the game plan catching them off guard in both of these. In map 1 on Vine, the biggest issue was that they seemed to put a lot of their prep in how to deal with Dom. This very passive attack side, waiting out aggression. Instead, what they got was Francis offing and taking these very interesting lines to peek forward. He picked them apart in that half. And then as we continued in this series, they went into a map 2 on Abyss here, where again, it's a Nongshim changeup, it's Ivy lurking on the Cypher, and he ripped their defensive macro apart.
Ivy was finding so much value, and NRG just proved that they were not able to deal with the pressure that he was putting on the map. In fact, they looked very stale in some of these situations, maybe playing too much into their protocols and not being a little bit more with against these teams that are so fast. You gotta enjoy and play that rank, just go about a little bit about the nonsense, because things were not working out for them. The utility that we've been speaking about, that they use a lot, they play with certain compositions that do not fall into the double duelist, was not creating the pressure that it is meant to create. And there was no plan B for them.
The game plan from NRG showed not a full depth of understanding of what Nongshim were capable of, which I don't blame them for, because Nongshim were able to get to this point just with Dumby fragging out, carrying them. So they weren't accounting for the Francis angle or the IV actually pushing off the sides to Cypher. This is all new stuff. So their, I think, understanding of this Nongshim Red Force team and ours has to evolve.
I think their prep was good, given what they knew ahead of time.
Yeah.
I think where they failed, like you're saying, was that latter adaptation once they got thrown the curveball. And they certainly tried. They were trying to flush Ivy on Abyss on their defensive side a lot, but he would just play back and they'd lose the entire site, and Nongshim would be fighting up these swaps. It was a very tough task to deal with those new compositions brought out. And I don't watch that game and necessarily have my NRG stocks drop precipitously because of their ability to adapt they've shown in all their other matches, and they almost brought it back on Abyss despite those failings.
Yeah, they have to adapt again if they get another shot, and that is a big if at Nongshim Red Force. Meanwhile, PRX, they certainly cleaned up their map for the match against all gamers, which was a little bit higgledy-piggledy, and put up a dominant showing against G2. This for me is pretty cut and dry. Haven, close, like the look of G2 there, but honestly, that's a map PRX could easily have won as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't say dominant per se, just because of this map, and it made us look like, even though G2 were throwing some of these rounds and some things were not working their way, I think that the resilience, the adaptations, how they thought about playing with this map, I think that the job that G2 put into the entire tournament in how to improve their Haven was absolutely crazy. Now, for the other 2 maps, first of all, something came online. I am so sorry, but that Breeze, he made them look like idiots.
Clouds,
I am sorry.
yeah.
It just seemed completely unfair. And the momentum that PRX got out of that was also massive going on to Corrode. On the other side, we see a team in G2 that lost a little bit of steam. I feel like they didn't have the mental resilience to go into that best of 3. And against the PRX, that will never lose it.
Yeah, what PRX is really being sold to me as right now is the team in this tournament that is best at the fast fix. You look at the maps that they played in that series, Corrode, for example, even though they won that last time against G2, they had that really rough game against all gamers. They fixed the issues of how they were playing their defensive macro. Against NRG, they showed a new Pearl comp, lost, went into their next game, played another new Pearl comp that also looked like it had good theory, good ideas behind it. More than anyone else in this tournament, PRX is willing to look at their losses, look at their failings, and immediately change into something new and implement that game plan off of very
10 minutes, guys. 10 minutes.
And I think that's why they're such a beast late in tournaments, especially against teams like G2 and NRG, who put a priority on pre-prep, on having the right game plan out the gate.
Yeah, I mean, just the tweaks we've seen from Pegasus have not only changed the face of their macro, but also allowed them to get some better results. So you've got to be scared if you're NRG that there's something up their sleeve. Generally, though, had a chance to catch up with Forsaken earlier. Let's see what the man of the moment has to say.
Here with something of PRX now. Something simple question. Do you think NRG can beat you twice, given the current form and everybody else is in right now?
Kiki and I,
Kiki
to be
and
fair,
I.
it's Valorant. Anyone can beat anyone, so I don't really want to say like we're gonna beat them and stuff. Just want to show our best today. That's it.
Alright, good luck. Something, 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 something.
Forsaken looks a little bit different at the moment, but I wouldn't worry about it. PRX love to make their little tweaks and changes, so I guess they've done that as well. Now, Kiko and Envy have both actually joined these winning teams. These teams that already were in great positions, right? Felt like Kiko was like the only way you could make this NRG team better, and Envy really surprised us, and now has played many more games than he has on that Team Secret outfit. We've got an idea of what this guy can do
Stop
now.
stealing from us. It's enough, okay? Kiko was one of the gems that we had in EMEA, but I do agree with you. Like, there were very few ways to making it better, and adding such a flexible and impactful player as Kiko, with how the meta changes and how valuable he can be, absolutely just on point for NRG. But Envy now has played more with PRX in the kickoff and Masters 1 than he played in the entire year. But last year with Team Secret.
That's crazy.
Tragedy.
And the amount of rounds that we have seen him playing into the way that PRX likes play in the game, I think that last year he made already a very good case for himself and how flexible and impactful he can be. Seeing also that he can do it in a team like PRX, I think that we have seen it in the past, but it's crazy to see that it still happens.
I saw that he got signed by PRX, and my initial reaction was he's just going to be another Patman, right? His job in the team is to be the consistent rock, to use his utility, to sit
Contain
back
them
and
a bit,
let the others frag out. But he's really exceeded my expectations in what he's done with the role. Not only is he doing that stuff they need him to do as a team player, as an initiator player, but I also think he's done an excellent job of having his rounds where he's the one showing his agency, taking over, making the play, and finding himself not just as an excellent team player, but as an individual that looks much better than he did on Secret, and I think also better than the team looked with Patman.
Yeah, I mean, Patman always felt like the player that was holding the leash, you know, as the Bulldogs of PRX are always trying to surge forward, whereas Envy's happy to get his hands dirty and
It's
get
a tough
involved.
balance to take, though, because you do need that player who's sitting back, and if he's also running it down and inting like the rest of them, it could be disaster. But I think what's so impressive is that Envy has found that balance.
Now, doubling back to our discussion about Kiko and what he's brought to this team, we've taken an extra opportunity to extract some insight from the Brit. So let's hear from the man himself and our HyperX player moment.
I am currently playing the flex role, playing everything. So initially when I joined Liquid in 2024, I was the main duelist, playing duelist only.
माउस अच्छा
Now
लग रहा है
joining
इसका.
NRG, I'm replacing Som, who played traditionally Smokes, Viper, Killjoy. So now, when on NRG, I'm now playing Smokes, Sentinel, and Duelist. So I'm playing 3 roles here. Playing, I think, played so far 7 agents differently now.
The apple back from that deep solid side. But Daffy, the hunter, is going to go looking. Francis Ivy starting to clear house. The paranoia misses, but Kiko doesn't. And now X-Ross in the 1v2. A lifeline for NRG.
Playing a lot of different roles is definitely a new experience. You know, got to be more adaptable, definitely. And yeah, just learning a lot of different agents and just playing everything, just enjoying myself.
Yep, kind of does it all, does Kiko, and it's just as well because NRG and PRX, frankly, have 2 very distinctly different styles that require some level of specialty. Do we feel like NRG's double initiator style just gives them the edge against the double duelist? This might be our last chance to really answer this question.
No.
Okay.
Why not?
I think that yesterday, and as I was saying, like even though they had the tools, the pressure that they were applying with them was not enough to show or make Nongshim make any kind of difficult decision. I feel like if you are ready, prepared, if you prep for NRG the way NRG will prep for you, I think that you can shut it down. However, I think it has to do with confidence. It has to do with exhaustion as well. At the end of the day, this is a team that won champs, which is a very long route took the longest route to come into this tournament and are now in a position where, yes, PaperX has played so much of this global event. Like, they are literally over 3,000 rounds into global events against an NRG that have done like 1.3 rounds. Yes, for their resilience, I have to give it to PaperX and the fact that the meta favors them. And I think that yesterday I saw the exhaustion in NRG being like, man, this is too much. we cannot just yet keep the performance up for that long.
To go back to your question, I disagree a little bit. I think that they didn't lose that game because of comp. The ladder ideas you're bringing up is more what I attribute that to. Having a Nongshim that switched up going into that game and having to adapt against a team who was already with excellent and playing very well in that was more of a problem. I think they proved this tournament that the double drone stuff is great at shutting down duels. It forces the meta double duelist teams to play differently, to respect that utility. And I think the way that Ethan likes to call, it's so beneficial to this style, where he has many tools to get info, many tools to deal with aggression, and they're also especially suited because they have Mata, who is excellent at playing that solo duelist role, creating space and sweeping up after himself on his own. I don't think it's inhibit them at all, but today I think this is kind of the final test against PaperX, who has looked so good with these double duelist looks.
At the very least, we've validated this style from NRG, but we want to know if it's better. This is our last chance to do so. Now, today's Mustcard fan poll, we want to know who you think has the best read on the meta, much like this conversation. Is it NRG with their double drone comps, or PRX and their often double duelist setups? Hashtag Valorant Masters, you can get involved with the conversation, also with the hashtag VCT. And there's your QR code down there to get involved. Now, let's get into this map veto. Since they're coming from the upper bracket, NRG the highest seed, so they will get to choose whether they want to ban first or second.
Okay, so this is the map selection for NRG against PRX. Because NRG is coming from the upper brackets, they have the priority on choosing to be Team A or Team B. Team A. So NRG Team A, therefore PRX Team B. NRG starts banning map. Ban
ओह
PRX.
क्या होगा
Ban
व्हाट
first map
पिछली बार मार खाई थी ना
Pearl side on
स्प्लिट
Pearl
होगा
PRX.
पिक पर्ल पिक ओके हेवन या स्प्लिट
Defense, second map for PRX.
Heaven,
Breeze
yeah,
for
split.
Haven split.
Go split.
पेपरX
Side on split for NRG.
इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग हेवन या तो
Defense.
स्प्लिट यस
Now, map B.
लेट्स गो
Corrode, side on Corrode for
कोरोड बैन गुड वन
Defense.
defense. Map B for
ओ लोअर फाइनल्स है ना 5 मैचेस दिवाई की फट रही है भाई वहाँ पे पीछे
Go Breeze.
Breeze. Okay, so side on Breeze for NRG. Defense. Defense. The decider is Haven. Side on Haven for PRX.
Defense.
Defense. Okay, that's it. Good luck. Have fun.
ब्रीज हेवन लास्ट है ओके या माइन
I like it. I think it makes a lot of sense for NRG. Pearl has been one of the most consistent maps for the side of PaperX. They've shown 5 different compositions in this year only. So maybe a little bit of the question marks. Split for PaperX, incredibly consistent in a map pool that I would say for every team in the tournament so far. I would say that with all the changes that we've seen, bar Nongshim, all the changes that we've seen from compositions and adaptations, there's not one map that I'm like, oh yeah, 100% this team is going to 3-0 very easily. Corrode, the only map
आसान तो
that
नहीं होने वाला
not
मैच
seen.
बट
So very exciting for this one.
Now,
Let's see
very
what
quickly,
happens.
Earlier we asked you who you thought had the best read on the meta in our Mustcard fan poll, and results are in. We're going to have those for you just as these teams come out. PRX, you all believe that they have the most valid setup and approach for this current metagame, and it's pretty hard to argue with that, folks.
Yeah, I agree. I think they personify this meta. They have looked like the double duelist team to be. The only squad that can test them at that is Nongshim. It's an NRG who's playing exploitatively, trying to go to the next level and out-game theory what comps look the best right now. It's a question of whose style is better, who can perform in a best of 5.
2 teams that refuse to die. One match that will define who gets a shot at a second trophy. It's NRG versus PRX, information versus entropy. Please welcome your players to the stage.
क्या लगता है कौन जीतेगा? 세조로 겠고. Map pick is also good. सब ठीक है. PRX.
It's W Gaming, folks. A gameplay style as immutable as the laws of physics versus NRG's insatiable desire to solve the problem, to come up with an answer. But going up against PRX feels like trying to divide by zero. It just doesn't make sense.
The third time these two teams have played this tournament. So rare to get to witness a match that many times. Both times it has been down to the wire, 13-11s, overtimes. NRG won the last one. They won it 2-0 with curveballs in the compositions, but it's a BO5 now. It's the big stage where both of these teams have performed before, where both of these teams lifted a trophy last year, but only one of them gets to challenge a squad who just came from Ascension in the finals.
Almost 5,000 people are Espacio Riesgo here today to witness this amazing lower final. And you see, they're going to get incredibly loud, and they're going to be supporting both of the teams. For PaperX, this would mean a 4th grand final under their belt. And for NRG, defying everything that the game imposes onto you. You think it's all about shooting? Well, we will bring a different approach.
And the map pool is a best hits of the previous times these teams have played. We start with Pearl. It was a new comp from PaperX. NRG just barely edged out the win in their last showing. First time they played, it was split team. The team to adapt it was PaperX going up against a Vice comp meant to counter their style. They defeated it, pushed it over the line, and won that match in this
देख
stage.
जिंग खुश लग रहा है भाई.
The more interesting it gets, seeing that corrode for the first time internationally since Paris for NRG. Breeze down the line where PaperX's look excellent. It's just such a cool map pool to display the depth of these two highly experienced teams.
Yeah, the question also is, does now NRG look vulnerable? What happened yesterday? How much can we read onto that? Mara himself was speaking on X about how he did not have a good day. He felt like he was being shut down. And the man on your screen right now, something will make sure that he doubles down on that poor performance.
If you give that guy any space, he is going to make mincemeat of you. I'm very curious to see what his role looks like on that Breeze map, because yesterday he was absolutely dominant. This split though for PaperX, you can't argue with the data. 4-0 for PaperX. They are undefeated on that map at this event, and honestly, most of those games weren't even close.
It's interesting though, because they haven't been picking it. They've been floating that for map 3 and been so successful there. And I think maybe now prove to themselves that it's actually at the top of their pool.
They're leaning in.
They want to prioritize that one early in this map pool.
And it's so important also that Pearl is the first map. We were speaking about PaperX changing the composition and whatnot. NRG deciding that this is the first map is very important. We saw that PaperX moved away from the Phoenix into the Neon, giving them a little bit less flashes, but more flashy playstyle with the versatility that you have with the Neon. I really like the way that they were using the Phoenix to put something in very annoying positions, but I think it became a little bit too readable for NRG to work onto that. And fun fact, in every single Masters, the team that has won the first map of the lower bracket final has moved on to the grand final.
Kana puts even more weight on this first map of Pearl. Let's jump into our agent select now, and it is going to be that Tejo composition featuring the Waylay for NRG. PaperX going to be running back this Neon and Yoru look.
PaperX played the Phoenix comp the last time they went against NRG. This was the comp they displayed against all gamers. I like the change. I thought it gave a lot of freedom to Jing and something, the way that they're fighting around the map, and in particular on their defense, having these incredibly fast rotations. I want to see NRG on this attack side prioritize using their double drones to re-push players who have embedded in the extremities and putting a priority late round on getting mid-control to cut those fast rotates and allow them to split sights instead of hitting into the buys.
I want to see an NRG that is proactive, as you're saying. I want to see the control of A, as I'm saying. Getting something into those positions will be a priority for PaperX, and it can be an absolute nuisance to deal with. My eyes go to actually the most supportive players. It goes to Scuba, it goes to Ethan on this head-to-head against the Forsaken that can turn up at any given moment.
It was Something and Jing who were absent in the Swiss stage. First time these teams played. They shone up massively in the playoffs. And I think that pressure reverses onto Mata. You talked about his tough game yesterday. He's the only solo duelist player left at this tournament. Time for him to show out.
Well, sadly, no MEA team has made it this far, but don't worry, the region has its people in the building. Bonkar's coaching, Kiko's fragging, and apparently you two get to commentate. Pansy and Hypok get stuck in.
The audacity on a game like this. I didn't even cook up a reply, and I'm not witty enough. But what I can say is it is truly the duel of fates between these two. How many times have they met? How many times have they had to try and live through this matchup? But again, this is the one that matters. All the others now fade away. But NRG look human. And PaperX, you never know what you're going to get on a given day.
Absolutely right. See, PaperX going to have been watching yesterday's games. Coming here with an opportunity with Jing, swapping out a little bit, not a massive change up in terms of the approach.
I love this crowd.
Looking to come for blood here, Forsaken an early challenge here in the pistol, but slip away an early 4-stack towards B here for PaperX. Just send out drone here to clear through, and it looks like they might just follow through here.
And again, just that early information is huge, considering they're going for such a heavy stack. But not made it to sight just yet. But Mata straight out for blood, but dealt a, well, deadly blow right back. Jing finding both. And there's something already. This is looking a little bit messy as NRG.
Very messy.
Yeah, willing to take the brawl on this, but its divide is just continue going. Still looking for fights. Still looking to isolate a player. And it looks like NRG know there's a chance. I mean, PaperX by now. You got to bring him to heal. They bow to no man. There's Devi waiting to try and strike. He just needs that one opportunity. Kiko's got it. That's a great start.
Big 3K from Kiko. After initiate, looks like Jing gets 2 kills, able to really hold down the site. NRG going to pause for thought outside Art, but the approach crumbles initially. Comes down to just 2 members.
Come on, bro!
NRG. Again, for me, my eyes are on Scuba. He was absolutely sensational.
Yes.
Previously, in terms of clutches, in terms of finding early kills in rounds where the pacing was completely off for NRG.
Again, for me, though, looking at this is a best of 5 if you're just tuning in. Obviously, the matter then changes. However, sadly, we don't really get much rest in these sort of games with these sort of teams. Every round has a potential threat. A couple of sheriffs coming in, but more on that note, I think it's so rare that we've now got, I guess, enough depth in the scene to have these sort of repeat games coming back through. Now, teams that have great... Hold on. I'm just going to see if Scuba can keep this in check. Okay, that's a walk-up, so that might cancel plans as they did start kind of peeling this way.
Spike's moving this way still, though. You want to potentially challenge this progress that PaperX have made.
Yeah, very willing to go for it. It'll put them around the 40-second mark as Jing's curiosity is peaking. And look at this clash, it's about to go down. Kiko on the corner, and it is going to be the first blood drawn. Kiko looking to follow up! 3 big kills again, the man is on a bit of a start, but dealing with the threats. It should become a more traditional round, but again, it feels rare, as I was saying, that we have now teams starting to show some real validity in best of fives. We know that they have depth in map pool. This is the brilliance of this title, at least in this game.
I thought for a moment here, just in case Forsaken gets a chance. That's all he needs sometimes.
Well, look at Scuba's HP. There is a window of opportunity, isn't there? But again, Kiko's position, it's all about timing. Something. Oh my God, he's quick today. Yeah, okay. Threat's nullified. Kiko looking like he's in the building.
And just to come back to that point again, we
Come
always
on,
talk about
Ravi,
teams kind of
hello?
scaling up throughout an event. Here to have so much data between the two teams. And again, NRG's performance previously. I don't want to say it looked like they were running out of steam, but more concerning, they were running out of ideas of ways to really...
economic geniuses now?
I think it's the first time that I've looked at Ethan and not seen him have a solution.
Well, yeah, I'll stop you there because the other thing is like when you see NRG outcalled, outgunned, and actually even then when you come to the discussion of Marta's outclassed in a role that he shines in.
Yep. Hold on. We've got a bit of a brutal bonus coming in, and look at Brock's buying already. Odin's out to play. NRG keep their life, but you can see the HP cost on this. Marta down on 12, Ethan on 8, and it is that
crazy,
Marta that you want to keep your eyes on. If he uses that, that would be a little bit of a costly one. There's a pivot. I don't want to say happening yet. The spike is still with Brock, so you've got to be a bit cautious.
Ethan low है, मार सकते हो. Marta भी low है.
Jing's progress he's made. He's going to confirm
दोनों low है.
Total absence on the side of NRG. Doesn't get spotted in spawn here.
It doesn't catch the timing on Brock. I thought he might have caught a bit of a second to catch it.
He's just going to tuck in now for info.
Yeah, he could catch the very low HP players as well in a perfect position to do so, but timing's everything here. It looks like NRG are aware to a degree that someone could have slipped the net. Gonna have to check diligently as Jing, deadly as ever. He's been spotted. Ooh, just couldn't quite control it on the spray from the Stinger. But that should be the alarm bells ringing, but NRG pausing in a really curious position. Marta gonna clear it. Big work from him, but there's another player doing this. Forsaken also slipping through. NRG just taking space, pausing, and waiting for these over pushes from PRX.
Now looking towards Divine in terms of this sight hold. He's
going
to get right behind this. He might get ahead of the turret!
Oh, he gets ahead of all of it! Taking heads on the way, and Kiko called upon again.
Marta low.
He's the only one sitting pretty on HP. Marta down on 12. It's Forsaken and something. My God, Marta! You're barely breathing and you're doing this. Potential bonus conversion, but something was extraordinary before. But Kiko is online today. Untouchable so far, 9-0.
We talked about Kiko having a quieter series previously, already coming out the gates flying. These first 3 rounds already up to 9 kills. And that's a scary prospect if something like Kiko can really drag NRG online in some of these rounds. Such a versatile player.
Again, if you're getting picked up into the current champion team, there's a reason why, right? He was the player to poach. He was the player to bring on board. We're seeing a bit of that here. PRX, however, never quite down nor out. Still going to have Sheriffs and a Bucky. A very highly contested round. It was a well-invested bonus. There was a lot of upgrades there, so don't think it was a walk in the park. Something. You get early contact and fall off. NRG just going through the paces here. And for Ethan, this has got to be a dream start for him.
कौन सा चार्ट पढ़ रहे हो? Horizontal वाला. तू vertical में क्या कर रहा है? Horizontal में आना.
Space to breathe early on.
पूरा दिखेगा.
For the game because that's what they were not allowed
to
do.
Live stream.
In that previous series.
And the thing is, as much as we can see the scoreline 3-0 right now, NRG it's a lot of ticks in the box.
Watch party वाली stream अलग है.
I think with PRX, when you look at them just as a whole, it doesn't really matter the scoreline.
No,
it takes a moment, it takes the penny dropping, it takes one player activating, and they have 5 of them that could do it. So it's more just a matter of time to see if they can find form here. NRG's approach, Mike, seems very deliberate in how they're freezing like this, taking a bit of space.
जिनको ये neon क्यों दिलाया यहाँ पे? हेलो. फिर गंदा करा इन लोगों ने. आ गया. Welcome. काश YouTube मेरे को ऐसा परमिशन दे दे वर्टिकल वालों को ऐसे उठा के हॉरिजॉन्टल में डाले. मैं सबको उठा के डालूंगा वर्टिकल से इसमें. बोलने वाला था फुल करो. मेरे हर दिन फुल चलते हैं, मतलब दोनों चलते हैं.
Brock's gone down, but the back line still holds. How do they break this? Already clearing sight, making sure that there's no one really around. They're doing good progress, but it's just trying to dig these players out is incredibly hard. Fly Sheriff is certainly online today, however. But again, you're thinking about the time.
Nice one, Envy.
Now,
Let's go.
Paying attention.
He's reading
this right, but the time purchase from Scuba. Again, it's too little, too late. Surely they've done enough for this one. Yeah, they have. It's close. So this is what I mean with PaperX. You're never quite sure. You're never quite safe.
चुप रहे मैडम ज़्यादा बोल रही है तो बस.
Red Bull clutch from Scuba once more. And as soon as Devi finds a follow-up kill, he has to slip away. Again, it's well played by NRG in terms of the stall. We know with this sort of composition, they're able to play the timings really, really well.
Do you think that's what this timeout might be about, or do you think it's just overall start from NRG, just kind of like understanding, okay, this is how they want to play us?
PaperX का इतना following क्यों है? वो लोग खेलते भी तो इतने अच्छे हैं ना. लोगों को खेलने वाला चाहिए, कैंप करने का और कुछ लाइनअप वाइनअप सिखाने का लोग नहीं चाहिए.
A grip on the timings that NRG
उनके जो कोऑर्डिनेशन है ना, वो किसी भी टीम के पास नहीं है.
Proactivity is going to continue throughout this half.
और PaperX 4 सेकंड की वजह से ही तो पूरा हाइप हुई है. जैसे सेंटिनल्स में 10 था, जैसे PaperX 4 सेकंड.
Masses of value, which was lacking earlier on in Santiago as well. Whether or not that's going to be the Coinbase win condition
पहली बार देख रहे हो. कोई ना, आप थोड़े नए हो ना. देखो इनके मैचेस देखो और सीखो कुछ और बताना कि आपने क्या सीखा. सोच रहे हो कुछ ऑर्डर कर लो, भूख लग रही है.
We haven't actually seen, I mean, we can see where they're kind of leaning towards the start here. We haven't seen this approach from NRG kind of full focus towards that B site. It's been all mid control.
Last 10 के Sentinel के टाइम पे देखा था.
It's the first time we're actually seeing this being explored. And
वो तो बहुत पहले था.
I wonder if they keep in mind the chances for something if he was on that deeper line. It's not gonna be. It's gonna be Forsaken down there. So
let's go, boys.
Beginning for him.
पूरी जनता सपोर्ट. मां कसम इतना ऊपर से उड़ाया उसने.
Control the pressure.
Hey, perfect. तेरे को ट्रोल कर रहा है वो.
Sets in motion a potential retake approach here if PaperX do progress through the map.
नहीं हूँ, बस छोड़ दिया. MBBS के फाइनल ईयर ओके पढ़ाई करने के लिए. कोई ना. हो जाता. मैंने भी बीच में वैलो छोड़ दिया था खेलना.
Fairly direct approach from elsewhere.
Just really being cautious on the timings, and it feels like that's something NRG are trying to time up here. But we've got counter ults. Envy gonna push from afar. Did he get the tag there? I actually don't know if he did. But he's getting Kiko.
भाई क्यों भाई something.
This guy is on today. Like, yeah, keep your eyes on this man. It is a 5v4. We are in post plant. NRG not
something को कुछ हुआ है पता है. ये पूरा सीरीज भाग रहा है वो. कल खेला बहुत अच्छा.
If he's ready round Marder, either fights forward, Kiko falls. Brock and Scuba the last two alive as PaperX closing the gap here, closing back in on the round. Scuba is gonna have to clutch up big.
Okay,
not
fine.
gonna happen. Jing sharp today. They've handled that well. It took a couple of the tools coming through, but you'll take that every day of the
बहुत
week.
मारता भाई, बहुत मारता. अगर ये मैच मतलब ये राउंड चला जाता
allows PaperX to isolate a couple of players that basically are playing so far forward because of the lockdown, because of the space it gives them. Fantastic retake here from PaperX. So sharp on those first two kills.
इन लोगों ने ऐसे ही करके हक दिया था पिछली बार. नहीं तो लोअर ब्रैकेट्स आते ही नहीं ये लोग.
Initially, the timing didn't look
NRG के against
as if it favored PaperX to get somebody behind
something तो भाई मत ही पूछो.
the
Envy और
first
something
round
दोनों को कुछ हो
conversion
गया.
here. On the back of that,
Envy तो
Jing,
छोड़ो, ये सीरीज
Devi,
नया है उसके लिए.
Ultimates in hand, something just 1 point away. An operator well handled here, but in that sort of situation, not given an opener. Something is back over towards Art.
Okay. And PaperX.
Ah.
God, Marder. I mean, getting one is quite impressive. The fact that Envy still lives, though, keeps that space on their side.
What?
Brock with a quick execution.
Envy, are you?
Opens up that line towards A. They could maybe springboard, but there is a backfill. Device still
Envy throw
nearby,
कर रहा है.
and something controlling over towards mid and Art.
या तो डर के खेल रहा है तो थ्रो कर रहा है वेंडी.
Getting curious about this? That feels
bold.
Pretty audacious approach, but I guess it's PaperX. This is in their DNA. As Divide does go down, though, and this could open up this site completely.
Now, Ethan does have ult.
मत कर लाला, मत कर ऐसे.
Not sure about the confirmation here before Forsaken got forward in the smokes.
I don't know if he got spotted just on the drone coming back around. So he's been given a new lease of life, and you can see the patience there, waiting a split second longer.
Just a headshot, Ethan.
Oh, Forsaken! We told you, it doesn't matter the scoreline. It takes one player, one round, and one moment.
Ethan with a headshot there. Beautiful reposition on the back of the drone. Just punishes from this corner. Forsaken been good for a couple of kills this event, but again the spacing here between some this is all Forsaken, all or nothing in this scenario. So well played by him.
So good at just slipping those smokes, being undetected, and still just finding that corner to play from. Dreamy stuff from him. And it's caused enough of a problem these last couple of rounds that NRG don't like what they're seeing. Instantaneous reaction, timeout comes in.
Not entirely sure if that's based on the losses or just a chance to maybe review one of these rounds previously. Maybe a playbook issue has been identified by Bonka. Again, they will struggle to get a purchase together here, have some ultimates come online from Hunter's Fury as well. So maybe a consideration for the follow-up round here. This one looks as if PaperX is going to have a huge advantage. Devi and Jing, ultimates online here.
Yep, so a couple of key tools in place. You're looking at the other side, Ethan and Scuba do have theirs, but this round doesn't feel like it's going to be one of those that they can bank on it really at this sort of position. Sheriffs, Stingers, it's light. And PaperX have carved enough space back into this now to at least keep the economy building on their side and continue to maybe close back in on this score.
I'm going to have a ton of bodies on the other side. There's something posted up with the operator. And the turret's there, I think, to take contact anyway. Be identified here, but something able to actually be back and will reinforce this A-site hold.
Playing in Jing too on this corner. Oh my god, it's a split second! And it is a massacre!
Oh shit!
Get your gun!
You can get him.
Hey,
Still
he's
get him.
got
Nice
your
one.
back, you're fine in the end. You did the initial work. Fortunately enough, NRG were working with just odds and ends. It's 5 alive, it's flawless. PaperX weathering the storm.
There's a moment there where you feel like Jing's maybe going to be isolated, but
Jing बोल रहा और एक lifeline मिल गया मेरे
Right there with him.
support player we've seen shine here in Santiago.
बढ़िया मारी.
Able to bail out Jing in this situation. And NRG been prioritizing this art area repeatedly, even in some of the slower rounds towards the back end. Now with something tasked with, well, I was going to say tasked with holding down mid, but he's actually over towards B now, reading. A bit of an adjustment here on the side of NRG.
First time we're seeing him on this side of the map. As I said, it was Forsaken last time on his solo endeavor.
Not confirmed.
No, he's gone, yeah, you can see he's got a good angle on this, but a missed shot. He's not rescinding though, still happy to stick around until then. Why did they wait that beat longer?
You see the response here from PaperX, stacked 3 into art. Try and contest this mid drift. It's only going to be Scuba potentially to be caught here.
It feels like such a great read from PaperX, so they have all bodies basically on the side of the map. And Forsaken's already working. His timing on this is fantastic. This proactivity is marvelous, but they still need to control the site here. Scuba should be ringing the alarm bell. There's 2 foul, but Marta still just goes head first in. Jing's gone. The rest of the players over towards Secret, and actually it's Divide to pry out Scuba. Now they can start working back towards the site. Brock doesn't find much. They should be able to get a free plant here. Something is creeping closer. A pixel out of place and Marta's gone. It's going to get messy as Ethan tries to find a fight. And again, PaperX keep their cool in all of this chaos. It's just Brock and Kiko make it just Brock in a 1v3. You ain't this good. Divide with 4. And again, the diligence is there.
PaperX now building momentum, committing to some of these set pieces where previously NRG had some freedom across the map. Great usage from Devi as well. Perfect timing to make use of his ultimate. He'll find 4 on the round to tie things up 4 apiece as well. PegasusIsLive in a really good position now in terms of the ults. A massive advantage and a chance now to break the bank of NRG.
Their ability to find stability at these points is so impressive. I mean, the retakes look really well crafted. A couple new looks at the beginning of rounds like this from Something. I don't know if they want to just set the precedent that he will be here and that he doesn't have to show as much in the future, but it is working down some of that utility. But Marder's quick to business. Straight through the double doors and wants to find a new pressure point to open up with.
And Something is still posted up past pillar here.
Right here.
Spike hasn't made progress yet, so NRG actually conscious now, but Jing has backfilled this space with a judge.
Jing again, looking like he wants to get involved. Is going to be hindered, so can't quite get in on this. Envy's right there. You talk about the 1-2 punch. Every time you think there could be a trade, Envy is so quick to this.
Walk, find Forsaken. And a chance here for NRG to recover. Issue being, they still don't know exactly where Something is positioned.
They just can't pry these players out, man. It's so tricky, and PaperX is so reactive, so responsive, and still such a problem. Even if you know where Jing is, how are you meant to clear him with a judge like this? You can't, and he wants to get involved. They're still holding the extremities. They still have utility. It's 30 seconds. NRG are hitting a brick wall as Divide gonna take one good trade, but then there's still another player. Envy is so close.
Jing trying to close the gap here. Trying to isolate on the back of the tap of the Spike.
Yeah, Brock's in danger. Wow, okay, you're not meant to win that fight. Almost trying to bait them in, but 13 seconds.
Yeah, 10 seconds.
I don't know if they can even make it here.
10 seconds left.
Can Something get on the cross, though?
I don't know if he can quite get there in time. Oh my God, bounding forward, Something.
Oh my God.
The impossible. How does NRG get away with that?
And even getting to a point with a safe plant as well. Something just missing the cross. The tag here. That's right. They have so few options here, by the way. The moment they get these 2 kills, it's an instantaneous decision to walk on 1 HP.
That's what it takes.
1 HP.
That's what it takes. 1 HP in 1 second. That's the difference between these 2.
Ridiculous round from NRG.
Looking
a little, I don't want to say lost, but hesitant in the mid-round.
You're trying to bait in PaperX, it feels like. They're trying to wait for that moment that's just sometimes not coming. He played into there with a couple of seconds to spare. Well, a couple of points of HP, but very direct this time. Going to depend on that Divide to maybe facilitate this push up of Forsaken. Fancies his chances. Ignores Marder, but well, you can see what happens. He's lost his backup. Good pacing! Divide! Absolutely unreal to find 3. Again, they're getting some bailout moments.
Marder's right behind this, though. Doesn't spot Something's. Will get popped here. There's going to be 2 players behind the Divide. Jing and Something have a ton of work to do here. Jing trying to chase him down. The lockdown's invested.
Oh, this is taking everything. The kitchen sink's getting thrown in. Jing's got to do this. And he has! Jing when it matters most. And he's still
What the hell?
Jing! That is unbelievable! The miracle against the machine, and Jing is on today.
What the hell was that? I mean, both players seemingly a little lost in the sauce in this situation. Divide. They line up for him for a triple kill. Just here, the swap out, the weapons. Marder's on the reload at the worst possible time.
Oh, he's gutted. Oh man, these moments are just like stars aligning for PaperX. They are so good in such bizarre conditions. They thrive in it. Jing this time, actually. Hold on, there is a firing squad there. That's a lot of bodies behind this. And they're not backing away. See, that is what we're talking about. They keep putting bodies behind this. Might just tilt those scales towards NRG's side this time. Finding upgrades where they didn't have these weapons before.
Ethan able to clear a lot of space with the drone here as well. So a 4v2 for NRG in this post plant. Divine Forsaken already here though.
There.
Divine's got ult as well.
Divide could set something in motion.
Well divided.
There's the Divide. Gonna try and keep this in a manageable size. You can see he's cut the cross for Marder. Sharp now. And a Thrifty that I feel like PaperX kind of took their eyes off the prize for a second then.
They basically roll the dice here and fully commit behind this. And a delayed recon from Brawl just dismantles this. Even here, Envy unable to retreat back. PRX feeding into that just a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like the momentum got to them a bit.
Yeah, victims to their own success.
Move my wall. You don't want to open up those small windows of avenues back into this, because it felt like a bit of a drought. Look at the round run that PaperX were on. And well, it's PaperX. Why not double down on it? Push again, push on both sides. Keep the adrenaline running. Forsaken trying to stand guarded. Oh, he still gets one on the way down. Scuba's done brilliant work, but they are down in numbers.
37 HP here for Scuba. We'll be able to get the plant. PaperX are.
They're hot to this.
They're hot to this.
If he's got ult, Devi's got ult.
Yeah, Ethan's a million miles away right now. He's all the way in mid. Jigs wrapping back behind him.
Oh, this is going to be bizarre, isn't it? So there comes the ult. There's the corner found. I think Scuba's safe from it for now. And he's got to buy time. He has to be hard to dig out of this position. Ethan's actually gone away with this to a degree. Still has utility, but doesn't want to show where he is. Oh, that's a shock dart right to the feet of Scuba. Envy gets the ball rolling as Ethan now required to pull off the 1v3. He's been spotted and hunted. PaperX not going to fall back on this, right back to business.
Tied up 6 apiece here. PaperX showing the pace is the answer. What they'd seen previously, NRG struggle with. They really tap into here a couple of times, maybe going awry for them, but NRG able to find a couple of response rounds here and tie things up.
Going 6-6 is a good
6 apiece, we're going to be handing it over to a break.
NRG again 6-6 is a good one, bro.
Can I help you, sir?
Here's the bill from the dealership where I got my car, and I'd like you to beat it with a better deal on one of these fine cars.
Not how it works.
Guess you're not as cool as Verizon.
Bring in your AT&T or T-Mobile bill for a better deal today.
¿Qué tal va la partida? ¿Bien? ¿Está buena? Bueno, pues vamos a animar un poquito a los equipos, ¿no? ¿Dónde están los fans de PaperX?
PaperX!
Good. ¿Y dónde están los fans de NRG?
No energy.
Muy bien. ¿Quién va a ganar? ¿PaperX? ¿O la primera se la queda NRG? Cantemos un poco. PaperX, PaperX. ¿Me van a dejar solos a NRG? No, no se puede, ¿no? Ahora, NRG. En serio, y se los digo de todo corazón, estoy muy emocionado de poder acompañarlos y son un público increíble. Que esto se repita 1 y 1000 veces, Santiago. Que se repita siempre. Y no me van a dejar solo a mí ahora tampoco. ¡Santiago! ¡Grita con el alma!
That's what it's all about here. The lower final in Master Santiago already as close as you'd like. A brilliant beginning from NRG, 4 good rounds back to back. But the reaction from PaperX was perfect. They found the solution.
And again, just talking about some of the response rounds found, this could have spiraled out of control for NRG. So crucial, they found round 9 and round 11 to follow that. Keep things in check on the back of that thrifty, which was, I said, PaperX really looking to double down on that aggression. Across here to the attacking side. Previously, in the previous matchup, something really struggled to find value. And a quieter first half for him for sure.
It's enough, he's got a shoulder on it. Falls into the cavalry. It's a little help back on the angle and goes looking. Finds a body, puts it in its place. That's if they're gone, but PaperX won the space as a reaction. Marder goes in again for seconds. It's PaperX starting to lose out a little in this.
No Nobody really there to throw bodies behind that. Jing just trying to catch potentially a timing to trade that. Still 2 ghosts and a sheriff here, but it is a 3v5 for PaperX. No a single point of damage done to any of the NRG members.
It feels like earlier conversation we had a lot more, but we need to see discipline here from NRG. I don't think they're a team that I've been too worried about with that regard, but when you're facing someone like PaperX, you need to keep that in mind. There are problems to be made by every single player on this roster. If you make a mistake, you get caught out by Forsaken.
For second के हाथ में है तो सब कुछ, but थोड़ा जल्दी आना पड़ेगा.
They are playing those minute percentages, but they exist for these players. He's having a look, but he's certainly not picked.
Oh!
No!
Forsaken,
I
hello.
can't believe it, as if that's the one that misses. But something in the meantime has got Kiko. But Forsaken being kept busy. He can't get back until now. Defuse is started. The PaperX still trying to hold on. Defuse coming in. NRG finding stability.
Scuba does so well to slow this down. A little bait on the corner here, just to keep Forsaken interested. Again, the plant is good for him. At this point here, slight overstep from Envy, just re-challenging, and Jing goes ahead of the rest of his teammates.
No, you kept,
we didn't even hear the half defuse.
You kept him busy. Yeah, it's all it is. That's all it is.
Absolutely right. Scuba effectively wins this by timing.
I mean, that was huge. Scuba's sitting on, what, 6-9? Not exactly a massively impactful form yet, but again, good start in the second half. But a quick reminder of what PaperX can do, right? You already looked at that round. They were down after Mata had a great start and still looked like a threat. It's Ethan trying to stall this out on contact. Actually already forced off the angle and being hunted down. They are bloodthirsty,
nice one,
and they draw blood. Forsaken removes Ethan, gets a little upgrade.
One gun down.
Now it's game on.
Look how quick he's moving into the back lines as well. Get right behind potentially these players towards B.
Let's go.
Confirmation here with Rock. Throwing a dart out.
He knows his posy.
It's a weird setup now for NRG.
And Marder, I feel like, I don't say on an island, but I get a bit nervous, right? Ring goes down, but look at the strike back. Forsaken was there so fast.
Nice one.
Scuba in response takes space towards B long, but he's got something on his doorstep. Still does damage on the headshot, but he gets to keep his life. Plant can come in. You look at what
one
remains
outlaw,
Forsaken
one
has to find so much
Spectre.
value.
Kiko's got a judge.
Still winnable.
That's not easy.
Again, they're going to be able to play range on this now.
Yeah, this is still pretty solid for them. Envy.
अरे Envy outlaw लेना भाई तू इतना ये क्यों कर रहा है?
And he's got the tag, but they're still standing. Kiko still on that judge is an issue. Forsaken then getting closer. Are they turning this one around? No! Kiko flies in. Saving NRG.
Of all the things to work out there at the end of that round is Kiko with the judge.
God, that was laboured.
I'm not sure if he had a pistol behind that.
Sentinels अभी है ही नहीं वो लोग massive center के लिए qualify नहीं होंगे.
Even here with a scope.
उन लोग like पहले ही निकल
reload, doesn't have a chance to get a second shot off. Still, we said it previously, always a threat in rounds like this. It's not clean, but it's honest work. To find a second here in the second half for NRG.
I mean, look, PaperX are the never tell me the odds side.
But look at the buy. This is disgusting.
Delightful. For PaperX, so they're going to have to try and be careful about this one, because NRG with a buy like this will be playing a little bit more fast and loose, I guess you could say, right? Taking a couple bigger chances.
Sun के सब पुराने वाले कहाँ गए? Sun के सब पुराने वाले split हो गए. कोई Cloud9 में चला गया, कोई किसी और की टीम में चला गया.
They are walking into Kiko's setup. He still has that judge.
Really spotted a player until now. Ethan, the one to be noted.
Team एक बार हिलने के बाद
players
छोड़ जाते हैं.
Kiko, can you do it again? He is still impactful.
Forsaken's vulnerable.
And he's given a corner. Kiko, when does he go? He doesn't. He holds the line, and actually they held PaperX off here. I mean, Kiko's going for it. He's trying to be a problem. Maybe tee up the others to punish that cross to him.
The upgrade now.
Oh.
Forsaken swings onto him. Scuba's here with a bucket though.
Doesn't expect that. A bucket to the back. It's always going to hurt, but the back pedal could be the problem. Because Marta took the space early.
Yeah. Something's calling this rotation as well.
Oh, it's good.
Walk right into Mother's sight lines.
Slightly more confident, aggressive risk.
Divide didn't get tagged.
And also, something's going to be able to backfill this, so he should be able to call out there on the
Something
hunt.
is-
Does he hear it? I don't know.
Well,
They're already shift walking.
NRG have identified there's a lurk somewhere. Like I said,
Oh,
something
something
was
up again.
orchestrating this rotation. Flank coming through from Ethan very early on, but will be identified.
Yeah, that's a big tell. Nice having
10
Device still
seconds
alive
left.
for that. Saquon's going to be in, but we're down to Devi and something to deal with the 3. Closing the gap, getting much closer. Ethan now noted something's on the case, but the other 2, is this their time to then try and swing? Yes. Devi forced off the angle, 33 HP. Something has to come back. He's got to try and help his boy out. Now just trying to bide some time. Something is one of the
Bhagwan
greats
hai tu,
we
Bhagwan,
see
Bhagwan
as
hai
he
tu. Bhagwan!
alone. He's already up. He's already putting on a show.
Nice one, Ray.
Talk about a quieter first half here. A bailout to find the 3rd.
I mean,
in this second, and then you see something. He's desperately calling. I've found a ton of space, guys. Only thing that's not considered is Marder. But it's crucial he doesn't catch that follow-up tag onto Devi.
बहुत ही
They're
बढ़िया
both
मारा
still
भाई.
healthy enough to pull off a miracle in round 15.
Something gets going. I'm already grinning by the idea of it. Mechanically, a treat to watch. He always has been. Indy this time, he's going to have his hands full. Already information going to be relayed. Does get noted.
They can spam him out.
But Indy's so fast
okay,
to
no,
it.
they can't.
Yeah, apparently Scoop. Oh! Okay, I thought something was the mechanical monster, but apparently Envy's right in the conversation. Brock's in trouble. Tries to slow the roll here. Simmer it down a second, but look where the spike is. It is going to cause some timing problems. Something was considering getting behind the back lines, but he's got to work to try and secure the site.
Yeah. You have dimensional drift and a divide here for PaperX. Ethan, again, now with the identification of mid-presence here. He's got to be conscious he doesn't get wrapped in spawn once more.
He goes in a whole lot of trouble. Where'd you go? Oh!
Huh?
You beat Forsaken like that? Now something's dead!
Player standing.
I thought PaperX had found the exact route they wanted, but that looked a little bit miscalled and a bit messy.
30 seconds left.
क्या ही करेगा? ऊपर भी नहीं जा सकता, यहाँ पे भी नहीं
It's
है.
one of those that when the pressure's on, will always command attention.
Get him, get him, get him, get him.
So far, but the discipline's kicked in. NRG turtling up here, keeping themselves very safe. Kiko may go down. Oh, may not
He's
apparently.
sharp
Yeah, no, he's
today.
gunning. He is gunning on this one. 9-7. NRG is starting to
Kiko
get a lead.
bhai
Do you think we're
boosted
going to see a
hai
timeout
aaj.
here for PaperX?
I imagine so. It's a little bizarre to see the time, or the commitment to that engagement onto Kiko. Again, is fired up. Inby with 2 beautiful openers here, but again, after they don't really find success towards A, it's a scramble decision, but there's no, which is why it's weird to see the commitment to that engagement. Maybe just thinking there's one site anchor, we have to kill him. Even at that point, something doesn't get himself into a position to really offset that at all.
No.
Just kind of sits in his ult, screaming the Kiko's here.
Brilliant. Help me. Someone help me kill the guy. He is currently on 17-10 Kiko. Probably, I think he had some very impactful rounds previous when we saw them even in their loss, but we hadn't seen this sort of, I guess, individual form coming into effect. So, again, if you're NRG, it is going to be a nice little boost to the Coinbase win condition potentially, right? If he's going to be having a big game like this, certainly up there with Marder as it stands, but on the other side, it is a team effort. But the problem is the buy is in a bit of a spot of bother. You've already got 9 rounds with NRG. That gap can start being taken away from you.
Bucky in hand for Jing. The Sheriff's hands elsewhere for PaperX. And always able to piece together some sort of threat in a round like this. Ultimates to invest on both sides here. Key for me though, Marder and Scuba sitting on theirs. Marder trying to punish.
सिर्फ कीको खेल रहा है. नहीं रे. पूरी टीम खेल रही है, बस उसका अलग ही लग रहा है. माड़ा तो डेली खेलता है, कीको आज पता नहीं. हेड अप भाई. थोड़ा सा बीटी है और कुछ नहीं.
Does he get to even have a say in the round? You've already got Marder on this deeper line, going to spot this out, but again, smooth moves, but his better shot. Had a good connection towards Forsaken. Fall back to a slightly
I don't believe, bro. Mada, hello. क्या कर रहे तू आज?
I don't know if Jing's going to be able to get close enough.
They are very aware of what PaperX want to do.
Here.
NRG conceding this space, happy. Yeah, Jinx taking a tag already.
Yeah, it is truly uphill to try to get close to them, and Divide, even you can
Just
see
hooks, man. Yeah,
they're trying it, right? You can see the intention from PaperX, but NRG's awareness is really solid in this, and I think Envy might be dead. He is. NRG very meticulous here.
Just mitigating all this risk so well. Scuba to find another onto Jinx. It's just Forsaken left with a ghost. We'll get a consolation, but it's 10 for NRG.
That's going to be a feel-good round as well, though. Coming out of a timeout, the PaperX have just called it. Obviously, that's not going to be for that round. But again, you keep that like, we're in your heads. We've got you red here. We know exactly what you want to try and achieve. And we're just not going to let you have play here.
The key here for me is that the series previously for NRG really got out of control. When they were starting to get outgunned, they were starting to get outcalled. Here, the composure is fully on display here on Pearl. Curious now, PaperX's approach. Oh, they're not happy with that. Look at the ultimates in place for NRG. It's only the Hunter's Fury missing for Brock. The other side, yeah, I mean, a couple here, and Divide just one away.
You're looking at the positioning as a starter, 2 in middle, working through Art. And already just time being purchased for Brock. They're setting up Scuba. They're sending him in. They've sent him with Martyr. And it's got their reward already. Removing something is a big scalp to claim. Now they can sit back, kind of, you know, make them work again, have to really force the fight on this space. Brock's doing really well at the balancing act as well.
He's going to get challenged here, though. Forsaken not reading into this. He does clear it!
Oh my god, Forsaken, but a fantastic trade for Scuba, but could find him, he does. Okay, they're still in this 1-3v3. They've somewhat got sight. Brock is still nearby, and there are ults still airing. Something we noted earlier in this. Jing has to move out of the way. Gotta respect it. Not finding security on the site yet as Ethan waits and strikes. Good diligence, good understanding of what PaperX would have wanted. Now that plant feels harder and harder to get.
Right, desperately looking for something here, but 42 HP can't really go forward. Envy has found the spam onto Brock.
He's getting back on now, isn't it?
As well.
Yeah, Divine maybe down lower, 42 HP, 49 with Envy, but locked down there with Kiko. Ethan's position should be noted. That's a time buyer. To fully affect the NRG side, but it does cost them a couple of seconds.
Yeah, trying to take space on the back of it.
Oh my god, the timing. The timing, Ethan, get your gun out. Oh, he don't need to see them! Ethan! He's up! He's letting them know. Today, on point with the call-in, on point mechanically. Getting the point on the board.
PaperX a little slower than you'd expect to see. Kiko fall so deep because of the ult from Divide. Again, they're just hesitant to take space here. And Ethan is isolated. He even goes for a drone here, which is wild to see, but able to catch both of them. Lower HP, obviously not able to piece together a trade. NRG up to 11 now.
I keep waiting, though, for that next gear from PaperX, but I'm not seeing it yet. I haven't seen it kick in. We saw it in the first half. Not found it now, and the problem is the buy, Mike. They are in tatters financially.
Guardians, no shield on Divide as well. Push it all in here in round 19. Again, trying to bait out some of this util.
बहुत गंदा खेल रहे भाई.
NRG been so good at finding these bloods and immediately peeling away, forcing the reclearance from PaperX. And that's what PaperX have struggled with Santiago, where they forced the contact onto sites slowly. NRG doing so well.
ये क्या है भाई? Hello, ये what is this, bro?
Which is so hard against a team like PaperX, who are one of the greats at being disruptive, one of the greats at dictating the pace in their own minds. And here's the reaction. NRG gonna fall away slightly. Gonna get to that scale-ups coming in through Art. At least 2 players there. Brock is ready for this. Still has Dart. Gotta find the timing.
मेरी वजह से सरना रे. तो तुझे भी ऐसा लगता है क्या? मुझे भी कभी लगता है मैं PaperX से मैचेस नहीं देखता तो जीतता है. देखने बैठ जाओ तो हारने लगते हैं. लग रहा है स्ट्रीम ऑफ करके बैठना चाहिए.
See the pressure he's under, and now Scuba strikes. Forsaken answers back, and the site not secure. Kiko plays forward, traded 1-for-1. Ethan though denies the plant. That's the big one. There's now Divide has to try and find him. Doesn't quite know about Marty yet. Doesn't have the time on his side.
कभी-कभी ये लोग ना खुद अपने पैर पे कुल्हाड़ी मार लेते हैं.
Sit patient, play it back.
Ethan peeling away here to allow the regroup to come through. Marta does have ult if things get dicey here. And the Positioning here is certainly going to favour them. I don't think Devi's going to have an opportunity to isolate somebody. Unless they split, they are actually splitting.
Time harder. First man in. You can see the intention from Devi was to strike then. Hindered.
Oh no!
Oh my word, he is a lucky boy to even be alive! Ethan's there, it is all coming together. NRG having fun with it. You saw it on the cams. They're giving it. This is perfect for NRG. As again, it takes a great team to try and control PaperX, but the tempo read is stunning.
Scooby does so well to find both kills here. At the moment where PaperX are about to flip the site, Ethan went out here on the back of Marta's investment as well. You see the respect given to Devi in the clutch here.
You've got to.
I think मैं stream off करके जा रहा हूँ भाई. नहीं देखना है
String of 4 rounds, very little in terms of response
बहुत ही
from
गंदा खेल रहा है.
PaperX. Have the lockdown and the divide to invest in, nothing available for PaperX. GM just won away something two off the dimensional drift. Walk denying one of the orbs early. Marty here won't get confirmation, but a pretty good idea. Something shows his hand towards Art. Forsaken might be played in off that.
Oh, the timing on that one. NRG are really unwilling to give up even this sort of space. Still willing to kind of shoulder it and make PaperX have to fact find so much deeper than they'd like. Oh, staying as a pack. Look at this. Look at Scuba and Brock. Doubled up here. Something. Oh, I mean, he's still sharp, isn't he? Still good. Still gets the man up for PaperX. Maybe that A site is still for the taking.
जो हम नहीं देखेंगे वो दोनों
हाँ
ना मेरे को लग रहा है.
Pulls out the dart for some reason, but Ethan goes forward.
अगले मैप में आधा देखूंगा. अगर हारने लगे ना मैं स्ट्रीम बंद कर रहा हूँ सीधा.
Forsaken.
पेंडी है भाई ये तो.
Kiko is right next to this. Oh, the swing and an absolute knockout punch from Forsaken. Marta.
Oh my
God. You absolute madman. You can't do it all. Kept in check and PaperX keeping themselves alive.
Cost them basically everything except Envy's rifle here. See what the knock-on effect is for the purchase to follow, but something in not shying away. And this challenge from NRG is so well timed because of contact taken elsewhere.
God Forsaken. I mean, it's
a
taking
bold,
a lot.
yeah, bold
It's taking
swing.
a lot, Matt. Look at the ults though. They nearly full hand for NRG. Again, uphill for PaperX. They got to try and pull this one together again. Jin waiting with that judge, just holding this space a little bit deeper. See if NRG do decide to try and get that info. It will be noted.
I'm going to dig him out though. We'll see U2 invested to force him, but Envy here with the drone.
We didn't
won't catch Scuba.
Scuba, let off the leash, he's a threat. And now he's got support coming in as well. That Hunter's Fury just trying to be a fact finder, right? The slip through coming in from Devi though, taking space by Art. Brock's on that case, but Forsaken tries to find him. It's Envy again. Double damage done for PaperX. 4v3, Marta on the workaround in middle. You still got something over towards B. This is so fractured.
Brock here if he finds a kill though, which he will do. Devi will fall once more.
Even numbers.
Marta's missed the rotation as well. He went back through to Art. Something has found so much space once more.
But Marta could be behind them. More machine than man. The timing could be great here.
Envy's watching.
Envy's on the case. And he is on it today. Envy with some heroics to keep PaperX in this map. But Kiko 30 in HP. He's committing towards this. Hunter's Fury on top trying to get that one dealt with. Allow for the plant here. Oh dear, okay, the lockdown's destroyed, but Kiko catches Forsaken. It's on Envy. The hero has to ace today. That shock dart is exceptional, forcing them forward into the fight. But still NRG trying to toy with the timing, and Kiko will not be played with today. 23 kills, and NRG getting map 1 under their belt.
very important here. Listen to my voice now. Cool, calm, and collected when we play. All the way, boys. When we're scaling together. Make a plan and commit to the plans. If you want to make a play, you make a play. You want to shoot someone in the head, you shoot them in the head. You are allowed to do mistakes, boys. Keep playing the game at all times. Doesn't matter the score, guys. Let's play to win.
ये दोनों कोच है भाई इनके.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Yeah, let's go.
गेम में भी ये बात करते हैं. नहीं बात करते. ब्रेक में बात करते हैं. ऐसा खेलेंगे तो जीजी है भाई.
In the esports history books is finally here.
And they fold it in his hands yet again. Straps up to the plate, and he could knock this one out of the park. Now they shall be engraved alongside the greats.
You know how getting a kill in Valorant just feels so good and satisfying?
Be seated around him.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, that sound is beautiful.
A lot of that is due to the sound effect that plays at the same time. In Valorant, we call these sounds kill.
I think ना मुझे stream बंद करके ना चला जाना
चाहिए.
पता नहीं लग रहा है आज. अरे वो भी low bracket final से यार.
Ascend through the E minor scale. The first 4 kills are a single note. That's an E, F sharp,
बंद करके
G,
करूँगा क्या?
But if you hit the ace, you get that, which is an E, E, and a G. The goal of these is to create a sense of increasing accomplishment throughout the round. This kill banner sequence is consistent across all of the skin lines. Each one is modified to work with the skin's theme, but the overall musical structure remains the same. We just have one exception to this, and that's Ivori Dreamwings. Because the theme is so upbeat and magical, we wanted the kill banner to better match that vibe, and minor scales are kind of inherently dark.
So, while we kept the third kill banner the minor third G note, for the ace, we changed the G to a G sharp, which changes the scale from E minor to E major, giving a more upbeat vibe.
It's interesting how one tiny note can change the whole vibe.
जब 1000 की वॉचिंग आ जाएगी तब मेरे मैसेज मिस नहीं होने चाहिए. अरे चिल भाई चिल, नो वरीज. नहीं होगा. मुझे पता है ना मेरे साथ कौन कौन थे जब मैं नहीं बड़ा नहीं हुआ था. सब टाइम के साथ बढ़ते हैं भाई. और बाकी लोगों से अगर मैं कंपेयर करूँ ना तो मेरा लाइक चल रहा है, अच्छा खासा चल रहा है. मेरे मैं जब पता है 100 के बोल रहा हूँ 100 सब थे मेरे, तब एक दोस्त था मेरा जो 400 के आसपास था, वो अभी भी वहीं पे है. सो उसके हिसाब से मेरा ग्रो हो रहा है. मतलब कुछ तो अलग कर रहा हो ना, करना है मेरे को और कुछ अलग करना है. मैं बट सोलो ही खेलूंगा यार, मैं किसी के साथ खेलता हूँ तो फिर चुप जाते हैं।
Did you guys feel that way as well? And how was it compared to the last time you faced them on Pearl when they were running the Phoenix Guru?
I mean, we expected them to play the Neon Euro today because they won yesterday without comp. It's different when you play against the Phoenix compared to a Neon. The Neon has more fast kill pressure on you, and the Phoenix is more poppy with flashes and stuff. Kind of similar though in general with the pace and the tempo on these things. They didn't play super quick. They're very strategic with what they do. So just because they have a Neon doesn't mean that they're just fully gonna send it on us.
Okay, thank you very much, and thank you for the insights too. Best of luck.
Welcome back. Now,
दूसरे के साथ खेल के व्यूज बस मिलेगा, मुझे उनके व्यूज नहीं चाहिए, उनके व्यूअर्स नहीं चाहिए ना, मुझे अपने वाले खुद बनाने हैं।
Esports, dev diaries, video drops, and more. All the Riot Games info you could ask for is at your fingertips, and on the other side,
reliable भी बंदे होते हैं थोड़े, हाँ पता है। But I don't want to grab someone's viewers' attention. मुझे अपना खुद का बनाना है, लोग मुझे कैसे जानते हैं वो चाहिए।
What a great start to this best of 5 series in this do or die game. It seems like both teams are not afraid to throw themselves at them
and people are recognizing me, bro. मेरे को आ रहा है DM भी आ रहा है मेरे को, मैं सबका DM, मैं ऐसा नहीं हूँ कि मतलब एक वीडियो अपलोड कर दिया उसका मैसेज नहीं पढ़ता, मैं सबका चैट मतलब ये पढ़ता हूँ, क्या कमेंट पढ़ता हूँ, सब क्या लिखते हैं उनको, अगर कोई टिल्ट करता है तो उनको ऑन स्पॉट जवाब देता हूँ। मेरा ऐसा नहीं है भाई, मेरी मेहनत है। तुम लोग करके दिखाओ, मानूं मैं फिर। तुम लोगों से हो सकता है तो फिर मुंबई सर्वर पे 31 की विन स्ट्रीक बना के दिखाऊं। जो मैंने किया है वो करके दिखाओ, मैं मान जाऊंगा फिर।
Very chaotic situations. So the thing is, for the side of PaperX in that first half, I think that they had a correct idea into never play alone against the double drone composition, right? Like always make sure that you have someone with you with the power of friendship and just deal with that utility, literally, that is going to be helping you get in out of those situations and finding those kills. But when we swap onto that second half, I feel like the plan from NRG was so impeccable in how to use that, how to try and find that first kill, completely just out of discipline, wager back. And when the execute is coming in from PaperX, all the utility falls down. So whilst the PaperX is trying to find the kills, they actually have to deal with the fact that if you do not break that recon, Brock will come for you.
Now let's move on, of course, to our HyperX reflex.
तेरे 31 की स्ट्रिक सब नहीं जानते। हाँ, बट नॉर्मली मैं जब भी मैचेस खेलता हूँ, जब मैं अपना प्रमोशन करता हूँ PegasusIsLive, तो लोग मेरे को बोलते हैं, भाई तू Pegasus है करके। हाँ, मैं ही हूँ भाई।
Yeah, absolutely. Not only in this half, also in the second one, Hiko was a complete nuisance to be dealing with for the side of NRG. Not to do a lot with his utility, but actually, how was willing to take on those fights, as Bonker was saying, he probably took it to heart.
The pistol rounds were so important as well, seeing him perform here. NRG won both of them this map and also picked up that bonus in the first and would have in the second as well if it weren't for that something clutch right at the very end. I think it's so key to see Kiko coming online individually in this way, especially on one of the maps where he's playing that Killjoy. His biggest addition he's brought to the team, I see, is his flexibility. Yeah. He's managing to play so many different roles, even a lot just within the series you'll watch today, and he absolutely excels on all of them.
It's because of your toss.
Oh yeah, because I called out in the end.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, Kiko's going to play 2 duelist roles over the course of this series if things play out. Well, he does on Bind rather, but on Breeze we've seen the Jet from him, so that definitely has that flexibility, no doubt about it. But someone with that in spades is PRX.
मैं सेट को भी देखता हूँ, तुझे भी तो ऐसा नहीं है किसी के व्यूज आ रहे। हाँ, बट ठीक है ना, मैं अपने आप से ग्रो करना चाहता हूँ, मैं किसी बड़े लोगों के साथ खेल के ग्रो करना, मतलब वो फिर तुम नहीं समझोगे यार, अभी नहीं समझोगे। वो ऐसा सीन होता है ना, मैंने बहुत सारे यूट्यूबर्स को देखा है, ऐसा होता है कि अगर तुम किसी एक यूट्यूबर है, मान लो 100K सब्सक्राइबर्स है उसके, ठीक है ना, उसके साथ खेलता हूँ तो उसके साथ खेलने से मेरा व्यूज़ बढ़ता है और मेरे को लोग जाने लगते हैं। तो वो एक टाइम पे ऐसे मतलब अगर मेरा और उसका झगड़ा हो गया तो वो मतलब मुंह पे बोल देता है कि मतलब तू कुछ भी नहीं था, ऐसे मेरे को वो नहीं चाहिए। अगर मेरे को कुछ करना है तो मैं अपना खुद का कंटेंट बनाऊंगा।
So that does mean, of course, that NRG are 3-0 on Pearl against
देखो
PRX.
फ्यूचर में ऐसा नहीं चाहिए ना भाई, तू तो कुछ भी नहीं था, तू बस मेरे साथ खेल के बड़ा हो गया है।
This has been an incredible map for PaperX. They're on a 6
मैं वैलो में कुछ करना चाहता हूँ, मैं वैलो में कुछ लोगों को सिखाना चाहता हूँ, और मेरा एक ड्रीम है जी के साथ खेलना ग्लोबल स्पोर्ट्स इंडिया के साथ। तो उसके लिए प्रैक्टिस ग्राइंड हर दिन नया कुछ ना कुछ सीखते रहता हूँ बस।
It was NRG switching to this vice composition, which is so good at hard stalling even dive agents like Raze.
इंडिया के लिए ट्रॉफी ले आना है वैलो में।
PaperX put a great priority on fighting up towards,
सिर्फ स्ट्रीमर्स और टॉप वाले
and putting
जानते
pressure on cutting the players rotating in before then dealing with the hard anchors later in the round. They have very creative ways to path. I think in the rounds where they're sending like one player satcheling through main, one up ramp to split into A heaven. This has been a great map for them. They have an excellent approach on attack. It really seems like a perfect place to bounce back.
Yeah, exactly. We saw the Forsaken also TPing into their old utility. They're getting
नहीं बोल रहा हर दिन खेलो, कभी-कभी खेलो। हाँ, अगर वो लोग खुद बुलाते हैं तो खेलने के लिए तो डेफिनेटली आई कैन। उस वक्त मैं कुछ ऐसा मतलब सीन नहीं है ना, मैं जाके अप्रोच करूँ और वो मेरे साथ खेले तो वो तो मेरी ही होगी ना थोड़ा बहुत, इसलिए मैं नहीं खेलता। और मेरे को वो पसंद भी नहीं, मैं सोलो क्यों में अच्छा ही करता हूँ, क्योंकि मेरा जो टैक्टिक्स है वो सोलो क्यों में काम करता है। अभी मेरे को देखो, मैं चैंपियन और सिड भाई के साथ खेला, ठीक है, पहले मैच में मैं तो MVP बना, तो थोड़ा सा मोटिवेशन आया कि चलो खेल सकते हैं ना इन लोगों के साथ, ऐसा कुछ। बट दूसरे ही मैच में चैंपियन ने कॉल देना शुरू किया और एक बंदे ने कॉल देना शुरू किया, तो उस चक्कर में मैं पिल गया। चैंपियन का कॉल भी था और उस लड़के का और एक बंदे का भी कॉल था, तो हम टीम क्या होता है किसकी सुने। चैंपियन अपनी लॉबी में है, हम अपने पार्टी में, चैंपियन का तो सुनना पड़ेगा। चैंपियन का सुना और वो अलग से कॉल दे रहा है इधर आओ करके, तो उसका भी सुना, तो वही बेटी हो गया, पकड़ में हारे हुआ। मेरा भी इस लॉर्ड की आईडी में विन स्ट्रिक चल रही थी 8 की, वो भी टूट गई। फिर बनाऊंगा मैं, उसको टेंशन नहीं है।
that are excellent for the PaperX chaotic brawl style that I think are a little more difficult to prep and have a perfect game plan for, the way NRG likes to go into maps. I think if they want to win today, it's going to set them up for a lot more success if they can take a map where they know they can prep into of split. But that's tough. PRX excellent here.
PaperX eyeing off a perfect 5-0 record on split here for Santiago. Can they land that plane? We'll find out as we head over to Pansy and Hypok.
Pansy and Pypok.
You can't call me Pansy and Pypok, Mitch. I see you.
And guys, अगर तुम लोग थोड़ा सीरियस वेरियस हो गेम के और तुम लोग को पिंग विंग ठीक नहीं आ रही, then do check out ExitLag। एक तुम लोग I think 3 दिन का फ्री है एक्सेस, यूज करके देख लो। अगर सही जम रहा है then you can use my discount coupon code और वहाँ से खरीद सकते हो। समझाता हूँ कैसे काम करता है, उस पर भी एक वीडियो बन रही है मेरी।
Hey, NRG no slouches here, but it feels like a different caliber to face PaperX on this map.
Yeah, and initially we saw PaperX demonstrate a very, very strong approach versus G2, but strayed away from that ever so slightly. See previously here in the Swiss stage, 13-10 in favor of PaperX on split. NRG kicking things off on the defense. Paranoia primed here. He sent forwards. Bork won't catch any damage through the wall.
मैं ही हूँ इंसान जिसमें स्ट्रीक तोड़ा। तुम कहाँ से हो गए भाई? वैलो मैं के लिए ट्राई किया। हेलो एम बट वीपी का इधर वीपी का किधर है समझ नहीं आ रहा।
Perfectly positioned, perfectly handled. They get the first man to the good and they go. Wait, look at Vents. Wait, Ethan's here so fast.
Yeah, they're going to be right behind. Is there something able to get into elbow here? Jing now isolated.
But के लिए VPN लगा था। VPN कौन लगा था? नहीं लगा था।
Yeah, they're starting to struggle in numbers, just numerically.
It's not a VPN.
There is NRG.
VPN नहीं है।
Close, but sadly no cigar. This PaperX with 5 alive.
वो तेरे जो सर्वर होता है ना मुंबई का, तो मानो कि अगर तुम खेल रहे हो, तुम लोगों को 60-70 का पिंग आ रहा है, तो तुम्हारा राउटर जो है वो दिल्ली कनेक्ट हुआ है और दिल्ली से वो मुंबई सर्वर में वैलो में चलता है, तो इसीलिए उसका पिंग 69 दिखाता है। तो जब आप ExitLag लगाओगे तो वो दिल्ली को स्किप करेगा, डायरेक्ट मुंबई सर्वर को आपका राउट कर देगा। ऐसा होता है, वो ऐसा काम करता है इंटरमीडिएट। तुम लोग का जो सर्विस प्रोवाइडर होता है ना, उन लोगों का एक एक डेस्टिनेशन होता है। जैसे मेरा एंट है, मेरा एंट डायरेक्ट मुंबई सर्वर कनेक्ट करता है, बट उसमें इश्यूज है थोड़ा, कभी कभी उससे डिस्कनेक्ट होकर दूसरी जगह राउट भी कर जाता है। बट अगर एग्जिट लैग यूज़ करता हो तो वो एक ही जगह ये रहता है, क्या मतलब एक ही जगह पर रहता है, वो रीराउट नहीं करता until I change that.
Not just go in, but again, you look at the spike, they're not fully committed to this idea. They are
Let's
taking
go,
space.
PRX.
Envy posted up outside B, won't have any idea of presence towards the site here. Divai happy.
Divai happy?
Up in towards
Hello. Divai is not happy.
Back towards
भाई
the
एक
spike.
मैच हारे हो तुम.
A ton of space to work into.
Nice one.
Again, the harder of the clearance here in some of the anti-eco rounds you see on split. So.
पहले मोबाइल चाइनीज ExitLag मोबाइल में VPN भी है, बट समझ नहीं आ रहा कौन किधर लगा. I have no idea. लोग यूज़ करते हैं बट पता नहीं. ओके करता हूँ ट्राई. ठीक है. बट ExitLag इज ओनली फॉर PC. मोबाइल का भी है वो, बट लोग यूज़ नहीं करते, उसको क्यों चाहिए?
But in the meantime, speaking of their contingency plans, Envy was working the entire time as well. Nice for something, good build for his ult as well, getting 3 kills here. Nice little beginnings, but NRG showing a bit of danger. Well, Kiko.
Yeah, eyes on something here as well. In terms
कोड तो वैसे भी दूसरा लेना है. कोड डिस्क्रिप्शन में मेरा यही है, Pegasus PGSS capital.
Not really aligning for PaperX in some of those later rounds.
Yeah.
Again, unnoting players like Marda on the other side. Curious if that's going to be the approach for him here on split. Again, another one that earlier on we were talking about something really struggling to put numbers up. In the previous matchup in the Swiss, was a little behind the curve.
But it felt like deeper into this, starting to really find stability.
Get him!
Has never been a problem.
Get him!
Marda with a slightly better shotgun. So, Judge wins out.
Still have decent buy behind this for PaperX, but Marda given the first.
अरे जब मुंडी देखा था तब मुंडी उड़ा दो ना.
Gonna get the spot on Scuba.
Yeah, and now Kiko's maybe as well on the Prowler. This actually gets quite tricky to hold, but Marda's there to try and bail him out a little bit here, being tricky. Forsaken doing it right back. Ethan's going to find him, so there. Looking safe in the end. And their first buy here, they handle the bonus with relative ease.
Yeah, flawless anti-eco from NRG. Marda with a great read in terms of what PaperX are going to try and do here. Well, I mean, there were rifles here, PaperX. It wasn't necessarily a broken by.
Marda बहन का shot.
IJ thought they had the sweep on the site, considering they got the info.
Yeah, I mean, the info. Exactly, yeah. Scuba able to peel away, and there's just no pressure coming his way. Didn't know the paranoia timing there. Maybe Kiko able to slow things down at the right moment. Something already investing towards an operator.
दुआ काम नहीं करता, वाह. तेरा अच्छा है.
Oh, I was going to say.
क्या मारा भाई.
Bit of a jump scare there on the peak.
And that should be a very stark wake-up call as well, that something is going to be working this.
Nice one.
Is going to be present across the board as well. You're not going to get it on just one side. He's doing it again here. Succeeding on B, succeeding on A. He has given them the keys to the castle.
Nice
this
one.
map is theirs to manipulate.
आ गया है. Something को कुछ गांजा वांजा फुकवा दिया है. खेल रहा है.
Catch this mid push.
Oh, you can't get away from him. Omnipresent.
Something
is a problem that they cannot solve right now.
तो भी this round जीतने का PRX
rings around NRG. Borg able to potentially find 2. He does. 4 seconds and Envy will fall, but Jing good for the trade. Will convert here on the third.
ठीक है, chill करो.
Something.
ये पूरा map defense का attack में अगर इन लोगों ने निकाल दिया ना.
Pin that guy down. I mean, start at B, then at A, and then he's catching you in middle. Feels impossible.
Lol.
This is all ahead of the minute mark as well.
Yeah, you're just everywhere.
I'm on your side.
बोलता है I'm just everywhere.
As soon as he gets that up, man.
One away for the dimensional drift and one away.
Okay. Counter up भी है माड़ा के पास.
Nothing really in touching distance for NRG just yet.
So they sent Marda to be kind of the opposing number.
What?
Yeah, good luck. I wouldn't fancy my odds, but then again, I'm certainly no Marda. So see how he wants to try and deal with this.
Something pick करना है तो white pick करनी तो pick.
It's Marda to find Jing. There was a shot sent back, but it finds no purchase. So a 5v4, Kiko gonna be noted, but he can then slip back to the site, pop the smoke in. But in the meantime, you're looking at PaperX and Devi taking space towards ramp. The reaction from NRG is in. They already have bodies towards heaven.
Abhi name change karega, everywhere rakhega. Something say everywhere.
Presence elsewhere, but he's going to be posted up outside B to try and control Kiko.
Har jagah rakh dega.
For NRG. Smoke will come through. Doesn't really buy them much space, but he's going to respect it for the time being.
Yeah, they've got them somewhat pinned here. They've
Omen ko expect nahi karega. Something hello Forsaken.
Threat can Forsaken even imply.
Something agar upar se aake marta hai Omen ko to theek hai.
Heading right towards Scuba.
Nah, Scuba Gallo.
And something's gone Ethan, but it's Scuba's curiosity that could have been their downfall. Clears towards the vents. Kiko's caught towards B. They've got to go towards A. Rock in a hard place. And Marta's waited. Patience is rewarded. Devi with the spike has to go blinding towards B. Gambling on where Kiko may wait. And Devi, it looks like he gambles wrong. Kiko, numbers up. PaperX not running away just yet.
So crucial that Kiko is able to stay alive here long enough. You see the initial intention from Forsaken. Again, just trying to buy time for something to find another pick, maybe manipulate the map. It's a great catch from Mudda. Even better there onto Ethan, didn't you see that? Yeah, crucial impact from Kiko once more.
He's elevating here. Big player in map 1. Could potentially keep that up here in map 2. The PaperX forced down on a bit of a broken bite.
Maybe pacey here on the back of the showstopper and the dimensional drift.
You'd imagine so, but it's Kiko actually controlling this side of the map. So a big switch up here. Dragging Brock over towards B, putting Marta in towards that mailroom, but is this the read from NRG of how they want to handle it? Again, there's still a lot of danger when you look at Jing with that ult. It feels like he lands him.
See NRG respecting that presence. Concede a ton of space here. The Snakebite going to slow things down for sure, but again, looking for them to play the range advantage here. I mean, Devi actually, the spot that does have a Guardian in hand.
They're really close though.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Flash ahead, doesn't find it, but then I guess the backfill works out. Gonna punish something. I'm looking at Jing here. Oh, okay. The second time of asking against Kiko.
That is bold from Ethan.
I mean, it's a brave look. I wouldn't be going in there. You don't know how many were up towards ramp at that point. But PaperX looking like a bit of a danger. Can they make it towards site for a plant though? NRG are just playing super deep.
Can Forsaken get this upgrade? He does. Rifle in hand now. 10 seconds off a smoke. Devi.
30 seconds left.
Envy going to get themselves onto site here.
Okay, I'll
get hit from that fight.
It will.
Couple of key tools coming through. And it's going in. Marta does have ult if he needs it.
It's a weird spread though.
Yeah, it's not ideal, and Marta is going to use the ult to try and clear it through on this space. Takes away Envy almost instantaneously. Forsaken and Devi getting cleared, and Devi the last one alive here. Marta going to fall to his knees on this, but Ethan in reaction, and NRG, there is a good look to how they want to handle PaperX. It feels like they've done their homework today. They're coming in.
India mein esports kab aayega? Proper wala.
PaperX would have had to have gone.
India में छोटे-छोटे tournaments चल रहा है,
yeah, to find something on the back of.
Valorant का नहीं चल रहा, but BGM में बाकी सारे games
चल रहा है. Snakebite as well to find that against the Bucky of all things.
Saudi में सबसे बड़ा बनने वाला था, लेकिन अभी वो war के चलते हुए I don't know what is going on.
Respecting.
हम लोगों का किस्मत ही खराब है. जहाँ आते वहाँ वो चीज़ बंद हो जाती है. मैं अभी esports में आया. अभी देखो इतना बड़ा ये सब चल रहा है.
So again, there's still some good tools. I mean, something's got his as well. So we've got a couple of big ults online for PaperX. But I think I'm just looking at how NRG are prepped for this. And I think they're just understanding what works with PaperX. Just seeing how deep they're sitting, how that kind of tempo is almost being applied from that Pearl mentality here on Split. Now, whether or not you can keep doing that is what we're here to see. If there's some deep validity in it. But I liked what I heard coming in from the coach, right? During that halftime there. Keep playing the game at all times. Stay active. Call up your own number. Take chances. And I think with the right dose of discipline, with that touch of aggression on top and no fear, it creates a very scary prospect for NRG. And I think PaperX need to wake up to that. I think they have it. I think they'll cotton on to this. But they can't let the game shift away from them. They are a map down. That's not the end of the world. It is still a best of 5. But you start feeling it if you're starting to fall out to the same issues in map 2.
Expected to see the investment here, especially with Jing picking up the judge. Maybe see them. I mean, it's not going to break the bank here of NRG, who also have ultimates themselves, Scuba, Ethan, and Kiko. So Marder's investment came previously to counter the pit in that retake. Scuba might even just, on the back of contact here, invest the pit. No, Jing allowed safe passage, but Scuba spammed out here by Forsaken.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to slip behind on those vents, but gets caught on that one. A really good pickup for PRX.
कल संडे है ना, कल एक मेरा एक वीडियो लॉन्च
होने वाला है. Look how proactive NRG are getting. They are moving. They've got the Seekers coming through as well. It's highly addictive now, this A hit.
कल गेम सेंस वाली वीडियो आने वाली है, जो कि मेरी कंप्लीट हो चुकी है.
Also, you can see something getting the information towards heaven here. They're going to have the sight. You're going to hear those ults coming online.
Ashley sat in front of the paranoia here, but Indy's going to find Kiko. Ethan under a ton of pressure now.
Yeah, it's down to... Okay, that doesn't find a body. Actually doesn't do as much damage as I thought, and the spike's not down yet. I'm looking at Marder. Slow and steady approach on the flank, and the timing is there. Forsaken spots him, something gets saved, and PRX hold big numbers now.
Just broken Ethan left. If they can find a kill,
Actually, मैं मुझे भी लगता है अकेले खेलते हो तो अच्छा.
Being a little slippy. Can he get back in with his judge now?
मेरा सोलो गेम है भाई, मैं टीम पे मतलब खेलता हूँ, मैं टीम को कवर अप करके खेलता हूँ. अगर मेरे पार्टी में ही 2 या 3 बंदे होंगे ना, तो बीटी हो जाती है. वो बीटी हो ही जाती है.
Ethan, you might get half, but you don't get any more. Defy, marvelous in the
इनके साथ चलता है, ठीक है. ये चैंपियन और सेड भाई के साथ चलता है कॉम मेरा. थोड़ा ध्यान से नहीं खेल पाता, क्योंकि ऐसा होता है कि मतलब वो भी स्ट्रीम करते मैं भी स्ट्रीम करता हूँ, ठीक है. तो वो भी चैट पढ़ते मैं भी चैट पढ़ता, तो इसमें मतलब गोलमाल लोचा सब हो जाता है. देखो वो आदत नहीं है. मैं सिर्फ गेम खेलता तो गेम पे कम पे फोकस करता हूँ, मैं चैट पे कम फोकस करता हूँ.
It is just a heavyweight battle.
जब भी लोगों के साथ खेलता हूँ वो आइडिया करते हैं फिर इसीलिए मेरे गेम में अगर तूने मेरा विन स्ट्रिक देखा है लॉर्ड की आईडी पे या फिर मेरी आईडी पे, उसके सारे कॉम्पिटिटिव मैचेस देखो जिसमें मैं अकेला आईजीएल हूँ. मैं ओपोनेंट को पढ़ता हूँ, मैं अपना गेम स्टाइल उनको सिखाता हूँ, अपने टीममेट्स को सिखा के उनसे खिलवाता हूँ, और वो लेजिट काम करता है. किसी और का सुन के करना मतलब थोड़ा बीटी हो जाता है. चैंपियन कॉल सही दे रहा था, बट मेरा दिमाग काम नहीं कर रहा था वहाँ पे, क्योंकि मैं अपना सोच के खेलता हूँ ना, तो उसके हिसाब से मैं नहीं खेल पाता. अगर उनके साथ खेलना है ना, तो मुझे बहुत पहले से शुरू करना पड़ेगा. उनका गेम प्ले और मेरा गेम प्ले थोड़ा ये है, मेरा स्लो पेस गेम प्ले है. चैंपियन थोड़ा फास्ट खेलता है. चैंपियन सीधा स्मोक करता है और घुस जाता है. सीड बाय रेना खेलते हैं, उनको भी घुसना पड़ता है. मैं इनिशिएटर हूँ, मैं इनिशिएट करना होता है. मैं फास्ट गेम प्ले नहीं कर सकता. आई एम अ फकिंग इनिशिएटर. वो इनिशिएटर का काम थोड़ा स्लो ही होता है. अगर मैं ड्यूलिस्ट खेलता तो फास्ट पेस पे खेल सकता हूँ, बट इनके साथ तो मुझे इन्हीं खेलना पड़ेगा ना, क्योंकि सिड भाई ड्यूलिस्ट लेते हैं. चैंपियन तो हर बार स्मोक लॉक करता है. मेरे को स्मोक में बिल्कुल नहीं. चैंपियन का तो ठीक है, मैं बिल्कुल स्मोक नहीं करता, कभी नहीं खेलता. सेव कर रहे क्या?
A slower pace than I was expecting here, considering the performance in Swiss. They are able to whittle away at the defensives of NRG.
But I do want to see if there's a quick identification of how to just try and survive in middle. Jing's managed it, was it twice now? It was Scuba the first time, I think it was Marder this time. I want to see if maybe NRG can kind of slip a bit deeper on that.
मेरा मानना है मैं बड़े-बड़े स्ट्रीमर्स के साथ, जैसे हाइड्रा हो गया, हर्ष हो गया, चैंपियन हो गया, उनके साथ कब खेलूंगा पता है? जब मैं एक बार रेडियन पहुंच जाऊंगा, उसके बाद खेलूंगा. उससे पहले नहीं खेलूंगा. खेलने का मतलब ये नहीं. चैंपियन इतने सालों से आई थिंक गेम खेल रहा है. वो इसी एक्ट क्या इमोर्टल गया था, और मैं भी इसी एक्ट गया हूँ. अब इमोर्टल आ गया हो ना, अभी उसका मेरे को एसेंडेंट और इमोर्टल का टेंशन नहीं. मैं खेल लूँगा, कैसे तैसे खेल लूँगा. रेना में है पर जॉब उसका उसके दोस्त आते हैं, वो नहीं लेते. हाँ क्या मुझे नहीं पता
Giga did well in a few other than something finding
कब
with the
पहुंचोगे
operator.
ये
He's
act
really been able to
कब
slow
जाने
down
वाला
that
4 दिन में
late
जाने
round
वाला
contingency on the back of
ये
Forsaken.
act जाने के बाद आई थिंक अगर मेरे स्टोर पे गाया या प्रीलोड या कुरो आती है मैं तीनों में से कोई एक ले लूंगा और शुरू कर दूंगा जब गाया आएगी तब ले लेंगे मैं लॉर्ड की आईडी इमो लगाने का सोच रहा था ये एक्ट बट अभी मुझे नहीं खेलना था पैकेट लॉस आ रहा था ना थोड़ा नहीं खेलना था कोई ना 2 ही तो मैचेस लॉस हुए ना निकाल लूंगा आराम से चिल करके निकालूंगा तो निकल जाता है
Switch up here from PaperX on the back of that timeout potentially. It might be something alongside Forsaken.
ओपोनेंट को भी स्टडी करना पड़ता है पहला राउंड तो मैच पकड़ में
looks like NRG might shift their focus
4 दिन है ना अभी
towards mid. Bit to spread here will allow masses of control.
तो ना भी आसान नहीं है
Spam will come through here. Kiko happy to dip his toes as well with a shorty.
I like what I'm seeing from Ethan on this reposition, but he's only got a
चैंपियन का गेम स्टाइल मतलब थोड़ा हटके
challenging.
No.
उसको पढ़ पाना बहुत मुश्किल है क्योंकि वो कुछ भी करता है भाई स्मोक में छुपा रहता है एकदम उड़ के बाहर से पता नहीं उड़ के आएगा कहाँ से उड़ के आएगा उसका गेम स्टाइल अच्छा है अगर वो मेरे ओपोनेंट में आ गया ना तो मैं पहले ही प्रेडिक्ट कर दूंगा ये स्मोक के अंदर ही खेलेगा कहीं तो स्पैम करो चैंपियन पिट जाता है मैंने उसको करोड़ पे एक बार ओपोनेंट में आया था उसको वैसे ही मारा था स्मोक लॉर्ड में नहीं अस्त्रा प्ले स्मोक के अंदर ही जब भी अस्त्रा आता है मैं स्मोक में
That is backbone and that is NRG not finding the answer. PRX with a lovely pivot towards B, reading that adjustment from NRG and keeping 4 alive.
Ethan backing away here, it's still only a stinger. 200 credits behind this. He's going to want to give this up, but PRX just sweep
मेरे
the
इंस्टा पे देखो कितना क्या
on the back of Brock's ultimate. This plan really relies on a ton of value being found. Very, very curious of if that just rides and dies on Brock's ultimate. Even here, like I said, it's just space on the back of this, and then you look at the spacing coming back through after the paranoia. Mother falls, and Brock's tucked into a corner. Scuba's barreling out with a Bucky from heaven. At that point, you force the players out of the range that the Stinger and the Bucky are going to do work.
My eyes go directly to Jing again, though. He's been solid on these entries. This time, a little more tempered in pace. Marder put to test and task towards middle, Judge there. But again, it looks like they want to pressure this B site. And this time, it is just going to be Kiko here. Still has his paranoia. And he's going to send it out now. Kiko's in trouble. Look at this. Marder, though, winning the catch Forsaken in the smoke. Maybe they could actually play back towards Clear and Pillar. It is a bit of a stalemate now. Marder goes in, Kiko on the trade, and NRG spacing out way better.
Absolutely.
मोबाइल है ना
just
नहीं
two now,
पता
Divide and Jing.
उसका आईपैड
Try and consider the plan.
हर गन का अलग
pressure
कहाँ से
coming
डाउनलोड
back.
किया तूने भाई लोग खेल रहे क्या मोबाइल
Just yet, Divide going forward zone.
I mean, never tell me the odds with this team.
समझ ही नहीं
But
है
NRG's stability is there. It's
समझ
there.
से दो
It
ना
felt
समझे
a little bit dangerous. But the reaction, fantastic, and actually dealing with some really high pressure coming towards that B site, not willing to back away.
Forsaken being caught here with the TP. Just catches a glimpse as well as that reveal.
There's that killer
takes
instinct.
effect. Forsaken, unfortunately, not able to capitalize there. Even initially, yeah, I mean, Device is desperate, I guess, to find something ahead of the retake going from NRG. Switch up once more of the setup here. PRX, Zeta pings. And all eyes set on B site right now for PRX.
And all eyes on middle for NRG. 4 players are waiting for this. They are absolutely waiting for what Jing is about to do. Kiko, first contact, gets warded away. Pain Shell to follow. Marder and Scuba stay interested. Stay locking this down. Forsaken tries to spray into it. He does get a really good shot towards
region change करके VPN use करके
Yeah,
Scuba's going to be lower than that, honestly.
Also gets healed back up by Ethan.
मुझे नहीं खेलना I am
Something
PC
on the back of this though has TP'd all the way
I'm a Valor Puglu and PC Puglu. So मेरे को मोबाइल गेम्स उतने पसंद नहीं है. मेरे पास खुद की BGMI आईडी बहुत पड़ी हुई है. मैं खेल ही नहीं रहा.
Envy with a run and gun
Nice
on
shot,
that.
Envy.
Marder's dead. That should be. Oh!
What?
Scuba!
Hello?
You can't see anything,
Hey,
Scuba.
मुझे वो रिप्ले देखना है. Hello? उसको वो
Replay,
दिखा
please,
कैसे?
for that one as something trying to cut behind though and give them some safety to play into. Allow for this plant to come down. The paranoia.
कुछ भी मार रहा है भाई
honest
ये.
in this. But then the curiosity peeking towards the site here. NRG starting to work back in. Envy again, huge denial. This is miraculous from PRX. And Scuba, he did well, but well is not good enough against this side. They found the pressure point to play into.
Here, NRG with the right responses, right, to prevent this early drift into mid from PRX on the back of the showstopper. Oh my, I mean, I'm just dreading the triple. What is that?
I don't know.
Because he's not even planting right against the wall.
Nope.
It's just a hope and a prayer into the smoke. It'll be a quieter performance here on split, but finding 3. Get PRX up to 7, teed up to find a huge advantage here, broken by NRG.
मोबाइल पकड़ो.
Just seeing what something
Allow
did
नहीं
then as
करता
well
है.
is just ticking the box.
मेरे पास PC नहीं है.
Very
नहीं
pacey
देता
from
हूँ.
Marder. He's already
तो
behind
इसलिए
them. Marder is
मुझे
on the
मोबाइल
move.
ही अच्छा लगता है. मेरे को एक टाइम पे
And
मोबाइल अच्छा
Device
लगता
taking
था.
down Brock,
अभी
so that
नहीं
looks
लगता
like the A site is ready
PC
for
आने के बाद
taking, but
मोबाइल
there
अच्छा
are
नहीं
other bodies
लगता.
here. And it's Scuba waiting, gets him mid.
Something.
What a shot! So where was something in this? You see Scuba trying to turn on a dime and find Forsaken. Easier said than done. It's Forsaken and Envy trying to put it together now. Marder, they don't know about this man. That is the nuisance. Maybe the nail in the
मैं नहीं
coffin in
देख रहा
this
यार,
one.
मैं जा रहा भाई.
Envy's magic has
नहीं आ रहा
been
मेरे को ये पसंद.
absolutely brilliant though.
ऐसे खेलते हैं वालों.
But these 3 players are going to make it pretty impossible, you feel.
कौन है भाई IGL यहाँ पे
He
अभी?
try.
Got some space here.
He's got time.
Certainly an opportunity to potentially find a free plant. Ethan's still looking towards 8. Marder obviously going to potentially set things in motion for Ethan. Yeah, now he'll turn his eyes. Does he catch Envy ahead of this? Does Envy catch him?
Well, that's the thing. Where does he choose to try and plant? I think Ethan doesn't want to give too much away or take any
30
higher
seconds left.
risks than necessary. Just keep the space.
Still waiting.
See that Envy took a look.
Okay.
Perhaps the spike. Ethan smart. Just goes for the jump spot on this.
That's
Envy trying to
caught on
slow it
Ethan.
down.
They can't
That's
challenge
solid. Envy's doing exactly what you need to put yourself in for a fighting chance. Sends that trying to catch Marder. Marder's in middle, and now they're going to flood through CT. Envy, what can you do? 1v3. They are so close. High-low setup. Never going to let it happen. NRG clawing back this game after PRX went on a bit of a run.
Beautiful tempo shift here for the last round for NRG to find their 5th and really catch PRX off guard.
Okay यार, I think मैं स्ट्रीम ऑफ करके जा रहा हूँ भाई. ये नहीं देख सकता. मतलब फ़ायदा ही नहीं है ना. कुछ गेम प्ले है ही नहीं यहाँ पे. सब टाइमिंग पे खेल दिखा रहे हैं. सब टाइमिंग खेल रहे हैं ये लोग. बुरा लग रहा है भाई इंडिया पे. क्यों देखूंगा?
Red Bull gives you wings.
¡Qué locura, Traemos unos amigos, los conocen muy bien. Fran, algunas palabras para el público, por favor.
Esto es historia de los eventos de Valorant ya. O sea, Chile, sois historia.
If you're still typing your coding prompts, you're leaving performance on the table. You're prompting cursor over 100 times a day, but typing detailed context takes forever. So you send lazy prompts.
Siempre durante toda mi carrera, yo me siento como en casa aquí en Chile. Muchas gracias por tratarme siempre tan bien. Os quiero muchísimo. ¡Viva Chile!
Todos, pare. Atentos, porque hay algo, Pereira, ¿no?
A ver, yo llevo 14 días aquí y me aposté algo con Mix. Mañana va a pasar algo aquí delante de todos y vamos a rapar aquí a Mix, Well, y de hecho me gustaría, Fran, que todos nos acompañasen porque Frank.
चलो यार बंद करके जा रहा हूँ, मेरे को मन नहीं है और देखने का इनका। ये क्या कर रहा है? अच्छा ये यहाँ कैसे लग गया? एग्जिट लैग काम की चीज़ है भाई, तू थोड़ा बहुत। So Jim, किसको सपोर्ट कर रहा है? PegasusIsLive as always. PegasusIsLive. I'm a PegasusIsLive fan, bro. I'm a PegasusIsLive fan. PegasusIsLive. So guys, ExitLag, अच्छा, same, yep, same. ExitLag को थोड़ा बढ़ा देंगे, so स्पॉन्सर को थोड़ा, ये छोटा लग रहा है ना, तो थोड़ा बढ़ा देते हैं ExitLag को। कैमरा, डिस्प्ले, गेम कैप्चर, वो कहाँ है वेंडी? रैंक कहाँ है? हेलो, रैंक मिल गया, ओके। रैंक को बाहर लाओ। आई थिंक इट्स लुक गुड। अब सही लग रहा है क्या ExitLag? जाओ गेम ही बेकार है, हाँ ना। तेरा कितना पिंग रिड्यूस हुआ? अरे बहुत हुआ भाई, मतलब बहुत रिड्यूस हुआ। छी, मेरे को मेरा इंटरनेट लाइक ExitLag ऑफ करके मुझे इन गेम 20% का पैकेट लॉस आ रहा था और पिंग 92 दिखा रहा था, ठीक है। जब उसको ऑन किया तो पिंग 16 का दिखा रहा है, 16-18 का दिखा रहा है और पैकेट लॉस 1%। बट भाई गैप तो बहुत है ना, मतलब लेजिट बाय कर सकते हो यार। अच्छा मेरे को तो भाई रेडिएंट पुश करने में बहुत काम आएगा ये। देखो 15 आ रहा है मेरे को, 15 30 से 15 पे आया। सिंगल डिजिट आई थिंक आ जाऊंगा। इंटरनेट प्रोवाइडर को चेंज कर दूंगा तो।
My ultimate's ready.
ये देखो यहाँ पे पिंग ही नहीं दिखता, लमाओ। ऐसा क्यों बे? यहाँ पे पिंग क्यों नहीं दिख रहा? क्रेजी। हाँ ना, मतलब अगर देखो आई विल सजेस्ट यू टू बाय दिस ओनली इफ अगर तुम लोग कुछ सीरियसली रैंक पुश करना चाहते हो, तुम लोगों का ड्रीम है ईमो या रेडिएंट क्रैक करना या फिर तुम्हारा जो भी ड्रीम रैंक है वो क्रैक करना, ठीक है, तो डेफिनेटली यू कैन गो फॉर दिस ExitLag। अगर बकचोदी में खेलना है या फिर ऐसे ही कुछ करना है तो फिर मत ले लो, पैसा वेस्ट हो जाएगा तुम लोगों का। सीरियस अगर कुछ करना है देन डेफिनेटली गो फॉर इट, वर्थ इट है, कर सकते हो। बहुत अच्छे मतलब शॉट्स लगते हैं मेरे अभी। मैंने चैंपियन भाई और सेड भाई के साथ खेला था, अच्छा लग रहा था शॉट। पैकेट लॉस में भी इतना मारा मैंने, बहुत गंदा मारा भाई। क्रेजी तो है।
Come on, let's go. Watch your eyes. Flash. My ultimate's ready. Come on, let's go. Careful now. Careful now. Careful now.
Careful now. Careful now. अच्छा वो एक डिस्टेंस पे जाके Careful now. सर देखूंगा तो यहाँ Careful now. Careful now. Same like fade reveal. Careful now. Careful now. हाँ ना थोड़ा बहुत सेम है ऐसे कंट्रोल फोन पे गया तो पढ़ लूँगा हाँ फाड़ लूँगा अच्छा फाड़ लूँगा
Flash. Watch your eyes.
आऊँगा मैं भी आऊँगा
Going up.
I think I'll go play RDR 2 पिंग तो अच्छी आ रही है ठीक है आखिरी पास तो अरे डायमंड तो आ गया लॉल नाइस भाई मौथाल कितने दिन बचे 4 दिन बचे हैं RDR 2 खेलने जाऊंगा मेरे पास कंट्रोलर पड़ा है ना तो मैं RDR 2 खेलूँगा ऑफ स्ट्रीम खेलूँगा स्ट्रीम पे मतलब उतना कुछ फ़ायदा नहीं है क्योंकि मैं आराम से बेड पे लेटे लेटे खेल सकता हूँ उस गेम को तो मैं क्यों मेहनत करूँ
When I finished high school, my parents and friends
लेट्स हाई खेलो हाँ लेट्स हाई क्या है व्हाट इज लेट्स हाई लेटा हाई खेलो कैमरा सेटअप बेड के पास भी एक कर दो इतने पैसे नहीं है यार ExitLag दिख रहा है अभी सही दिख रहा है ExitLag पहले सही नहीं दिख रहा था छोटा था वो क्या सीन है
From Devi, absolutely crucial. Again, I think with round 2 falling and things maybe going totally off kilter for NRG. That's why we see this timeout called now. Again, they did have a chance to buy back in. We saw what 3 rifles.
Yep.
Come back into round 15, but now it's
लग
just
रहा
the
है मेरे को
Seekers.
माड़ा का दिमाग गर्म हो गया
Maybe
गाइस
pistols for NRG. It's PRX knocking
कितना
on the
कितना हो
door
गया
of double digits.
डबल डिजिट लेट्स गो 7
Starting to feel that pressure now,
1 2
don't
3
you, right?
4
It's
5
that
6 7
PRX
8
methodology just
9.
coming through. They are so good at this.
9
Again,
9
you
6
saw Jing on that opening side of things. Loved what he was doing, but now it's kind of Devi kicking into effect. Envy's having some big rounds. Every single player starting to find some form here.
चलो मैं जा रहा
2 kills after like round 10 or something in the first half.
ये देख के कोई मतलब नहीं है आज बोरा लग रहा है इन लोगों के लिए मेरे को बाय बाय सी अप गाइस कल मिलता हूँ